And we're off and running from Ford Field. Craig Reynolds to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Carry here for Montgomery. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They send the tight end in motion. Off play action, Goff. He's gonna push one deep down. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On first down, it's Goff. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Putting a receiver in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Has it down close.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Montgomery goes up and over for the touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. David Montgomery with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ty Chandler to return. This return makes it up to the 25. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Going for Addison. Oh, but it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, no surprises here. They decline the holding call and hang on to the interception. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. First down throw from Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. It's a gain of 6, and now they face a daunting 3rd and 14.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Pass complete to Gibbs. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now Darnold. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing now off play action. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. It's a 10-0 ball game. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Khalif Raymond to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Lions offense returning to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Ball at the 33 for first down. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play. All right, here we go, second down. From the 38. That's complete to Sam Laporta. Give him 32 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, They've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Here's Goff. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They go play action with Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Goff on third. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. It's Brandon Powell with the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They're out and set, first and 10. Man in motion here. First and 10, here's Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15 plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Second down carry for Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Has the connection to Jones. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They go play action on first. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
The give here on second. And he's brought down for a loss. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Darnold. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now a 4th down, staring right at him.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. This is complete to Patrick. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw, Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Goff to the air now. He finds Laporta. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Goff. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Goff. Montgomery hauls this one in. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, And he did. And that'll make it a two-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Back to throw it. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Powell now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense headed out to start this third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Play action on first down. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, Jones gets it. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. 5 yards makes the hole a little smaller. It's going to be 3rd and 14 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Good Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now Goff. Gets this one to Patrick. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Williams coming in motion right. Out of the shotgun, Goff. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Goff setting to throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one sails out, no return on the punt. The Vikings taking the field on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
2nd and 10 now. Jones reels it in. Jukes out a 1-stop. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Darnold looking to throw. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Darnold. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be their football coming up. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. He beams one deep right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's Goff. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Goff on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Tight end going in motion here. Still sticking with the passing game. Hits him on the out route. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Sending a receiver left. Patrick with the catch. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Goff back to throw. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Sideline throw is incomplete. Should have been intercepted in all reality. Instead, fourth down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Fourth down, Goff throwing. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here, Kate, but it's never over till it's over.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Throwing here, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37. Has the connection to Jones. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Darnold now to throw. Able to find Jones. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running right, this is Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Working quickly here. To throw, here's Darnold. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
From the 41. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
From the 25 on second down. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense up to the line fast. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Vikings at a 2-score deficit. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. Defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within one score here in the fourth.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here's Raymond on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. This is Montgomery running right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Montgomery now up the middle. And this one does not go far. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
It goes to a knee as Tom winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's one for the win column for the Lions. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.